It's Rochelle with Georgia Casa, and today we're going to talk a little bit about our Instagram stories and highlights. So, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to talk a little bit about that on the desktop, and we're going to make some highlight covers together on Canva, and then I'm going to switch later on to my phone and show you how to get those on your Instagram profile on your phone. So what you're going to need today is to be logged in to your Instagram, your Casa Instagram, have that pulled up and ready to go, and logged into Canva and have that ready to go as well. So those are the two things we're going to need today. So let's get started. Okay, so first I have pulled up on the desktop our Georgia Casa Instagram account. So a story, and this is on, I'm doing it on desktop, so it's just a little bit bigger and we can see it a little better. But if you're on your phone looking at this, you should see it should correlate, okay? So first we're gonna look at the story, and that is this rainbow around our profile picture. That is going to be something that's temporary. It's 24 hours, and it usually is just a few seconds. Sometimes, like today, I just shared a post. Other times, it can be something like a picture behind the scenes, a little video, a boomerang, whatever it is, sort of, it's more in the moment than a regular post on your profile that sort of lives there forever, right? The next thing we're going to talk about today are these right here that are on the profile. They're called highlights. So highlights are when you take one of these temporary 24-hour glimpses and you put them in a category on your profile, and those stay there permanently, right? So for instance, I don't know if y'all noticed last week, I shared every single affiliate throughout the state on our Instagram story. So the reason I did that is because I wanted to have that on our profile at all times. So if anyone comes to Georgia Casa and they say, I don't know who my affiliate is, I'm in this county, I don't know how to find them, they can click on this and they can see every single affiliate. And I was kind of looking at this earlier, so it's sort of in the middle of it, but every affiliate is here and also linked. And I list out what counties that affiliate serves. So anyone coming to our profile at any time can click on affiliates and see this exactly right here. So it's a great place to have it as a collection of many stories together that are under a category that serve a purpose that people coming to your page might have an inquiry about. So for you, it could be a volunteer highlight, like a collection of highlighting your volunteers, or it could be something informative like different types of reunification that you could group together and have a little post about each different type of reunification, and that can live on your profile at all times, okay? So go ahead, if you have a second right now, brainstorm and think about what types of things you would want to have as a highlight on your Instagram profile, and maybe jot those down and get that list going, okay? So already, if we look at ours, you can see there's a lot of opportunity here to strengthen it. So first of all, there's a lack of continuity. So events is in all caps, trainings is not, Casa Day at the Cap it doesn't finish. You can't even tell, what it's talking about. Raising voices, that's not a branding, or it used to say RVR. So that wasn't even a word. And if you weren't in the network, you didn't even know what that meant, right? So you want to avoid things that are jargon. You want to avoid things that aren't finished. Try to get it one word if possible, two, I would say at max. So go ahead and think about that, but be very concise in how you're going to word these things. And sometimes it's better to go a little bit broader. So if you have a very specific event, instead of having the name of that event, doing the word events, which is a little bit bigger of a category, and you can fit that event along with others inside of it together. So another potential place for improvement with our highlights here is that these images are so small, and we're looking at them on a desktop, which means they're enlarged. So on the phone, you'll see they're this big, right? They're so little. So having an image like this, we can see it on the desktop. On the phone, you can barely tell what it is, right? So we want to get rid of these images as the cover of the highlight. The images will still be inside of the highlight, but what we want the cover to be is something a little more simple, a little easier to see and associate with that category. So we're going to go to Canva at this point. So go Canva, go home to your home page, and in the search bar here, just type in highlight. And you'll see it populate. It's a very commonly searched thing. Highlights will do the trick. So what we're going to look for are these simple little covers. There's some templates already here that can be a really great cover for your highlight on your Instagram profile. So you see these ones here that have the mini, that's just showing you what they're going to look like, a little preview. So we don't really want words. This is really difficult to read. And the words, I think, will be a little bit redundant because we are also going to have the word here, right? So we want to maximize this, especially if it's a little broader than what you want. Having that icon or that image can help really connect the dots of what that is, what that category is about. So the one that I found earlier that I really liked is actually down here at the bottom. So we're going to go with this one here. So these icons are very simple, very crisp, very clear. So we're going to click on that one and then say customize this template. Okay, so the very first thing we want to do is convert these colors to our branded colors. So we're going to click on this dark blue background, click up here at the color. I have our branded colors already saved. So the red is EE3124, the blue is 00447C. Okay, and then once you click that down here, click change all, and it'll convert that dark blue to our branded blue on every single page. Now, the next thing you want to do is click on this blue circle. You can see it's a gradient, so there's multiple different shades of blue. We're going to check out the red, the branded red, and see how that looks. So click on one of the blue circles, click red, hit change all, and then do the same for every single one of these blue colors. So go ahead and make your list of all the terms you're going to be using to create for your highlights. So we have events, trainings, advocacy, affiliates, and permanency. Now for you, it's going to be different. It's going to be whatever it is that you want, that you think inquiring minds want to know when they come to your page, okay? So the next thing we want to do is either match one of these words with one of these icons or create a new icon. So, okay, so now we have all of our covers ready to go for our highlights. We have trainings, advocacy, affiliates, permanency, and events. Hey everyone, we're back and now we're on my phone. So what I did was I emailed those to myself, downloaded the zip folder, and extracted those photos. So now they're ready to go. So we're going to open Instagram. Okay, so we are here on Georgia Costa's Instagram, and we're going to click down here in the bottom right-hand corner and go to our profile. So you see these highlights here, okay? Okay, now for Costa Day at the Capitol, we're actually changing that to advocacy. So click on the highlight, and then in the bottom right, click more, edit highlight. And then we're going to change that to, oops, all caps. Advocacy. And then we're going to hit edit cover and go all the way to the left, click that little icon. And I did a little capital for this one. So that way this image is connecting the word advocacy to Costa Day at the Capitol, right? So it's an extra way. These icons are an extra way we can reinforce the category. Done and done. At this point, you can kind of tell if you like the all caps or not. And if you decide you want to change it to regular, go ahead and do that before you keep going. But I like it the way it is. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. So now I'm going to click affiliates, more, edit highlight, edit cover. So again, at the bottom here, scroll all the way to the left. Hello, kitty. Click on the picture and then the state of Georgia. We're going to zoom in here, zoom. And then the blue arrow. And then hit done. And now we need to change this to all caps. Assistant guy today, huh? This is Gimlet. Very needy cat. Okay. Now, when you want to create a highlight, if you don't have one already, you're going to click this new plus sign here, okay? Then you can go through your recent stories and select what you want to post. So we're just going to do this most recent one here that I shared today of this reunification, or I'm sorry, this adoption. And so you're going to hit next, and then that one's going to be the word permanency. Okay, and then we're also going to edit the cover. Let's go back, more, edit highlight, edit cover. So again, click that little picture down there at the bottom. We're going to do the home. Zoom in on that bad boy. Make sure it's centered, and then hit that blue arrow. Done. Done. Okay, so if you wanted to edit or add to an existing highlight, we're going to add a few more to permanency. So click on the highlight, and then down here in the bottom right, click more. Okay, then you're going to go edit highlight. Now you see how it's sort of, you're looking at selected on the left. If you click stories on the right, it pulls up all your past stories. So we're going to go back a little ways. Here's a few permanency stories I highlighted recently. So we're going to select all of those. And then I'm like, oh, not that one. Okay, yes, that one. Oh, not that one, right? So you can tap and untap and go back as far as you want and keep looking. And this will have everything. Everything you've ever posted on a story will be here. It's your archive. Okay, so then you're going to, once you have selected the ones you want, you hit done. So now people click permanency and they see all of those, right? And then it automatically goes to the next one, events, and it goes to the next one, trainings. And you see how it had the word kind of there, and then it faded. And then if you want to like visit the next one, you can swipe and it goes to advocacy, and you can swipe and it goes to affiliates. Now, as you add to these, it'll change what order they're in. So if I wanted to add some to affiliates, edit highlight, stories, and it already showed you which ones with the check mark. It already shows you which ones are up. So I missed a few. So I'm going to add those. There we go. And then hit done. So now when people come, affiliates, see how it punched itself, it like re-centered it up to the front. So the most recent one you've added to will be the one that's first. So these are in basically in order of when I've added to them. So just keep that in mind as you add to your highlights, that it'll change the order they're in. Okay, so I feel really good about what we have. I feel like it's crisp, it's clean, it's clear. People know. And again, if I ever want to, I can add new just by clicking that little plus sign on the right. And I can always go back in and edit the names. I can change it from all caps to lowercase. I can change the icon. I can add to it. I can take ones away by unchecking the blue, by unchecking it. So yeah, lots of potential here and lots of ways. So just hope you play around with it, have a little fun, and figure out what you want to have on your Casa profile and what you think people visiting you will want to see and what they might be asking. So I hope you have fun, and thanks for tuning in. See you next time.